Welcome to White Gothic Studios. We're going to learn how to make a wreath or a Christmas tree doll. This is a little witch doll. I'll be demonstrating with her, but you can also make the Christmas angel. We're going to be making a head, bodice, and arm sections. And we'll be using our push mold. I just filled the bodice section and the lower hand and arm sections. I ran a twisted wire through the shoulders, and there's also a little gully I've made to put in the wooden barbecue skewer. So I have both sides of the mold filled with the clay. I've already made the little gully. I'm going to remove the front of the doll very gently, place it on the back, and using my little dental tool, I'm going to, deepen my features just like you learned on the online course. And at the end, I'm going to put in the bamboo skewer. You can see the arm wires are sticking out, and what we're going to be making is the bodice and the arms separately. And before you put it into bake, make sure that you wiggle your skewer and your toothpicks to make sure you can remove them. And I'm going to do mine in 2 bakings. The first one, I'm just making these little holes that I can apply the ears next. And I'm going to apply the cork section next also. So I did the first baking, and here I'm demonstrating how to use the liquid Sculpey to apply the little cork section at the bottom of the doll, and plus how to apply the ears. We've covered the ears in other little videos and in the online course. Sometimes I like to do them separately. If you don't have the liquid Sculpey, you could use a little white glue. That'll work too. So I have one ear on, and the little cork section is applied to the bottom of the bodice section also. And through the magic of video, I'm going to apply this second ear off camera so I don't bore you to death. And now the doll is complete, and it's going to go in for its second baking. But before I do, once again, I make sure that I can move and remove the bamboo skewer. I like to pull it up and down just to make sure that I can still remove it when I'm done baking it. So this is what it'll look like for the second baking. Following the manufacturer's instructions, do a final baking, and following your online course instructions that came with the mold, paint and highlight your doll and make your hair bundles. And next we'll be learning how to make the dress. So beginning with about this is probably about 8 inches of the black ribbon, I'm stitching in a ruching gathering stitch. I'm stitching in a V up and down along the sides of the black ribbon, taking big long basting stitches. It's knotted at one end, and when I get to the other end, you just very gently gather the ribbon into a nice ruche. This is going to be the bodice part of the dress, and once you get it sort of tight but not too tight and evenly gathered, at that point I like to also put a knot at the other end so it doesn't unravel. Just take a few stitches and then tie a knot and snip it off. Okay, and we're going to put that aside. And for this dress, actually first I'm going to show you how to make the faux sleeve. Starting with a couple of inches of the black ribbon and the glue gun, run a little bead of glue along the wire on the back of the arm, and then just place the end of the piece of ribbon and just wrap it around that area. Now, depending upon how thick the ribbon is will depend upon how many times you're going to wrap it. This ribbon is a little bit thicker than some of my other ribbons, so I'm only going to wrap it twice. You'll get the feel of it when you try to wrap it. One extra time it'll be too tight. So you snip it off, always in the back so you don't see the ends, and again run a bead of glue and secure it to the back of the arm. Okay, those are done. Now for this little dress, I'm also using a little bodice section here. It's a piece of ribbon, and I have a little diamond hole cut out for the head, and you just wrap it up and down. You're going to be covering the tops of the sleeves, and all you're going to need to do is, again using the glue gun, put a little glue on the side bodice area and cinch and push the sides of the ribbon into the glue to hold. And again, you're going to do the same thing on the other side. Okay. Okay, now we're going to learn how to put the dress together.